Okay, let's dive right into this because today we are completely rewiring our morning routines. Welcome to the Explainer. If you're honestly just burnt out on making the exact same scramble every single morning just to hit your macros, well, you are in the perfect place. So, what if I told you that you could easily hit 30 solid grams of morning protein without cracking a single egg or shaking up a scoop of that chalky, artificial tasting powder? For busy professionals or honestly anyone who is just exhausted by the daily breakfast grind, answering this question is literally a game changer. Here's our quick roadmap for today. We're going to cover the 30-gram target, ditch the powders and eggs, break down a frictionless Sunday meal prep formula, explore sweet, savory, and freezer-friendly staples, and finally, we'll master the math of protein stacking. Section 1, the 30-gram protein target, why your metabolism needs a morning boost. Hitting that 20 to 30 grams sweet spot before 9 a.m. is not just some fleeting fitness fad, it actually sets the entire metabolic tone for your day. A 30-gram dose triggers stronger satiety hormones, which means it quiets down those nagging food thoughts, what researchers call food noise, all afternoon long. So the crucial point is how this actively helps manage specific health conditions. For folks with type 2 diabetes, eating more protein at breakfast actually lowers post-meal glucose spikes. For women with PCOS, it stabilizes blood sugar. And if you happen to be on a GLP-1 medication like Wegovy, hitting this target is absolutely critical for holding on to your lean muscle mass while you lose weight. Section 2. Ditch the powder and eggs. Unlocking the reality of whole food alternatives. 12 grams. That's it. That is the mere amount of protein sitting in 2 standard scrambled eggs. We constantly hype up eggs as this ultimate protein powerhouse, right? But do the math. To hit our 30-gram target with just eggs, you'd be eating 5 of them every single morning. Let's be real, absolutely nobody wants to do that. And this brilliantly illustrates the alternative. 2 eggs give you 12 grams. Okay, but a single cup of low-fat cottage cheese, that delivers a massive 27 grams. Or grab a cup of plain, non-fat Greek yogurt, and you're instantly at 20 grams. Honestly, this math is just so liberating. You don't have to bend over backwards to beat the standard egg, plus you are scoring extra nutrients like calcium and probiotics right out of the gate. But here's the catch. If the math is so incredibly easy, why do we still skip healthy breakfasts or grab a sugary pastry? Well, it boils down to decision fatigue. It's the literal deterioration of our brain's ability to make good choices after a long stretch of decision-making. Those rigid meal plans, they fail because chaotic mornings completely drain our mental battery before we even open the fridge door. To fix it, we have to eliminate the morning decision entirely. Section 3, the Sunday meal prep formula, a simple system to conquer your week. Let's look at this totally frictionless 2-hour Sunday prep rule. It is wildly customizable. Step 1, you just pick 2 anchor recipes, 1 hot and 1 cold backup. Step 2, prep exactly 4 servings of each per person. Step 3, just assemble them and stick them in the fridge or freezer. And that's the whole shebang. You now have a full 7 days of breakfast ready to roll. You grab the hot one when you have a minute or the cold one when you're rushing out the door. Section 4, sweet and savory quick bowls, 5-minute prepless wonders. Let's rapid fire through these options, because plain cottage cheese is essentially a completely blank 27-gram protein canvas. Got a sweet tooth? Throw together a chunky monkey ball with bananas and a drizzle of warmed peanut butter, a berry bliss, or maybe a tropical bowl with pineapple and coconut. More of a savory person? Try a caprese bowl with cherry tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil. Go Greek with cucumber and feta, or literally just dash on some everything bagel seasoning. 6 totally different vibes, 0 cooking, and you're nailing those protein goals. Now, if the texture of cottage cheese just isn't your jam, plain non-fat Greek yogurt steps in as a phenomenal 20-gram base. You can trick out these 5-minute bowls with mixed berries, tropical fruits, or even apple pie ingredients to easily push right past that 30-gram mark. Plus, you're sneaking in a daily dose of gut-friendly probiotics without all those hidden sugars you always find in the store-bought flavored stuff. Section 5. Freezer-friendly savory staples. High-protein, hot anchors. Let's move to and see how this builds into larger, freezer-friendly meals that you can batch cook once and literally eat for months. Whether you're a carnivore or strictly plant-based, batch cooking is your best friend here. A turkey and cottage cheese burrito packs a staggering 36 grams of protein, wrapping up lean ground turkey, spinach, and cottage cheese blended right in for this amazing creaminess. On the flip side, a vegan tofu and black bean scramble hits a solid 30 grams. Again, that is way more than double what a sad standard egg scramble gets you. And hey, speaking of that vegan scramble, there are a couple of pro cooking secrets to get it perfect. First, crumble the firm tofu by hand so you get that organic, varied texture. And actually, scratch the usual advice. Don't press the water out. The steam helps keep it soft. Toss in some nutritional yeast for savory depth, but the real magic trick? Black salt, or kala namak. If you sprinkle a little of this on right at the very end, totally off the heat, it perfectly mimics the exact smell and taste of eggs. No actual eggs required. Section 6. How to stack your protein. The math of building 30 grams. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how incredibly easy the math becomes when you use this cheat sheet. It's like a giant puzzle. You don't need to hunt down one magical superfood, you just stack whole foods. Start with your base, right? Greek yogurt for 20 grams. Toss in an add-in, maybe 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and some hemp seeds. That's another 14 grams. Boom. You just built a 34-gram breakfast. It's simple, flexible math that you adapt to whatever happens to be sitting in your pantry. You have the formulas. You have the math. What's anchoring your morning tomorrow? That's the big question, right? You've got the meal prep formulas. You know the stacking math. That measly 12-gram egg is definitely not holding you back anymore. So what is going to anchor your morning tomorrow? It is time to take back your time, absolutely banish decision fatigue, and fuel your metabolism the right way. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you next time.